multinationals over ordinary people and ordinary citizens. And I mean, why aren't they renegotiating the IMFD? You know, it's about priorities, isn't it? But maybe somebody else wants to answer that in it.
No, the issue with this, and I became very involved in this whole situation back in 2005, and I remember trashing this out at a legal level in the Dáil with Labour Party TDs, and I asked that very question: why can't this be renegotiated? And I was told, after a lot of legal advice, that there was a contract involved, a contract signed on by a minister, and under the Constitution, to try and overturn such a contract is next to impossible. We're dealing here with a massive multinational that takes in 4 times our national revenue, possibly 10 times our national revenue. And that is the fact. And as much as I would have loved back then to have taken that on and to push that case, this is where it stands. It's a legally binding contract. All what Therese.
Neoliberalism, Harry.
Okay, correct. I am not standing over. Look, I'll just finish off the point, and you can attack me all you want after. Can I just finish the point? Can I just finish the point?
Yes.
I had asked. I tried. You know, I was unelected back then. I made the effort. I went, asked the hard questions. I asked these questions, and I was told that it's a contract. And if we want to take Shell on in court, they will bring it on too. But that's fine. That's fine. Finally, let's not move away from the local issue here. The local issue is that Mayo County Council and all of the councillors, let them walk in here, let them use the coast, let them use the courts, without any charge. If we want to look to see how our resources should be managed, let's start at home first. And let's look at the way others have managed their affairs, like they have on the Shetland Islands, where the local council took control of the issue and said, if you want to bring oil ashore, we take control of the ports. We take control of the coast, and we sell nothing. We lease you the land. There's a whole lot of things the local council, sorry no Therese, there's a whole lot of things that the local council, the Mayo County Council should have done first. And unfortunately, it seems, from my information, whether you agree or disagree, that this is the way, this is the route, that we tax them indirectly. And that is something that an incoming government could do. Tax them for the ports, tax them for the coast, tax them for the length of pipe, for emissions. It's the only way to go. And unfortunately, the contract is the contract. And as much as I would love to see it overturned, this is what I've been told.
I'll just answer that and then anyone else if you want. That's Councillor Ray Burke, by the way, just so that people know. First of all, okay, according to the Department of Communications, Energy and Natural Resources website, it states, and it states that the Minister may, this is part of the contract, this is part of it, that the Minister may, for such a period as the Minister deems necessary, require that the specified exploration, exploitation, production or processing activities should cease, subject to conditions which the Minister may specify. In any case, where the Minister is satisfied that it is desirable to do so in order to reduce the risk of injury to the person, waste of petroleum or damage to property or the environment. And this is what's important. No claim for compensation may be made against the Minister on foot of any such requirement. So it's in the contract that no claim of compensation can be made. Now, when you look at Shell's record, for example, there's loads of instances. In 2007, for example, they engaged in unauthorised dwelling. There's loads. I mean, I see Maura Harrington has come in, so I'm sure she can cite many other instances where Shell have engaged in unauthorised drilling on a protected habitat in North Mayo. There's one instance where the contract can be gone and no claim of compensation can be made. There's numerous instances. But the reality is, this has been done in many other countries. Venezuela nationalised its resources. Bolivia, it has been done in Russia, it has been done in the US, they're in the process of doing it in Iceland as we speak. It can be done. And there's it's stated there in the Act, it's on the website, and there's you know, there's many that can be used, and that no compensation can be made against the state. It can be renegotiated. And when it has been done in other countries, invariably they kick up a big fuss. But if you think of it, these are multinationals. These are interested in profit. Ultimately, they will come back to a situation under better terms and conditions for the Irish people, if there's still profit for the multinational. And that's what they've done in other countries. And just remember as well that Norway have a 25.5% stake in this project as a country, because they own 37% of Statoil. So they own 25.5% of the current gas. And I mean, if we are still, and I think this is the other side of it is, the political will is not there. We're still giving out contracts under the same terms and conditions. So, you know, I don't accept that argument. And I think there's evidence there that it has been done in other countries. No compensation can be claimed. Shell have infringed. They have infringed, and they can be brought to task, and it can be seized under what's in the contract and what's written on the Department of Energy. So, I'm sure other people want to comment.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think.